next week. Next Thursday. Yep. So
All
I
right.
may be here, Fred, or I may not,
Okay.
And
but I
then when
should.
are you going to on your vacation?
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
Oh, so you won't be here next Wednesday. That was it.
I will. We're going to be back on Tuesday.
You won't be able. Okay.
Yep. So I'll be there Wednesday.
Where are you going?
Iowa.
Oh, okay.
For
Over to
just a weekend.
Ames, yeah, to see the kids.
So you guys are way ahead of me because I stopped and went back and did my wolves. And so I haven't done anything on this, I'm afraid. And I have to warn you, I'm not sure I'm going to do it today because, guys, I have not slept yet. I pulled an
Wow.
all-nighter. Yeah, I didn't mean to, but Fred, you didn't know this, but yesterday was my dad's birthday, and his wife Joyce suggested that we dump his ashes in Tommy's Lake, which is the lake he grew up on. It's the lake I kind of grew up on. It's the lake my kids grew up on. And he spent probably half his life there. Yeah, at least half his life, maybe a little more on that lake in that place. So, and he loved the lake. So we went, but because my daughter didn't get off till almost 8, it was like 8:30 when we did it, and then got home about 9:30, and then I for some reason could not sleep. I finally lay down at 2, thinking, well, I'll take a nap at least, right? and and I lay there for an hour, and I finally said, well, forget this, I'm hungry. And so I had breakfast and I went to work today. I was not planning to stay all day, but I'm just a little concerned about carving in under these conditions, but I feel okay at the moment. So you guys tell me if you see me doing stupid stuff. Um, did you work on your eagle head? I know you're working on multiple projects right now too, aren't you, Barry?
Yeah, I'm working on multiples, but I have for the last few days been working on the eagle head, so
But wow, it's
carving away.
really in shape. Mine's still very blocky looking. I only rounded the edges to the quarter. What about you,
Yeah,
Fred?
I've just been working on the handle and
Yeah,
maybe a little farther than you, but not a whole lot.
yeah, you're kind of in between Barry and me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, um, I guess I've got some catching up to do. And if I could get to it here, I gotta round out. Now, I did not find, well, I was not able to get my old computer started, so I have to find that flash drive, you guys, or we read the instructions. And Barry, did you do your gouge in your eyes yet?
No, I will be soon, but I
So
wanted to make sure that I had
the
the
shape
head,
you wanted it.
yeah, the front of the head in the right position to start gouging.
And
So,
you guys remember you only do like an 1/8 on the beak, right? Because it's a lot thinner than you got to be
right.
careful of the beak. So we did a
Yeah, I
quarter all
didn't.
the way up to like the eyebrows and then do an 1/8 from here down. So you didn't even touch it yet, Fred?
I went a little down on each side, but not a whole lot.
You were careful,
Yeah.
because you can always take more off, as you said last week. It's a lot easier to take more off than it is to put it back on.
Yeah, I tried that with that caricature horse with the quick
Yeah.
wood, and I don't know. I know mine's old, and I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but it dried hard like cement, and I was afraid to use any my tools on it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So that
The
one
big
went to
one.
the big wood pile in the sky.
Are you guys using the gouge on this, or are you using a carving knife?
I've been using my knife, but I just starting to go to my gouge.
I thought I'd rough out with the gouge because, once you learn the gouge, it's hard to go back, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know, it seemed hard to work on the head with a knife, so I used the gouge around the widest portion of the head. And that a number 3, and that didn't seem to work too bad. I didn't get too close to the eye or where the eye hole is though, or anything, so.
All right.
I was thinking about what you said about them discontinuing that Eagle program. Didn't your
Mhm.
dad and Ray Fenning do a lot for that?
Yeah, and they're both gone now.
Yeah.
Ray had pulled back considerably. He was a veteran advocate, so he did a lot more with that than just the Eagle heads. But so Dad was trying. It was already in jeopardy. So Dad was taking groups of people. He'd take two people up to Owasso. His plan was to do it once a month so they could be trained, so they could all learn. And he took different people each month, and he did that maybe 3 times before he left on his trip. So that may be where Dave Stein learned how to do it. I don't know. But there are some people who know at least part of the process. And I guess we just have to wait and see what Clarkston decides, because they were the people who would go with him, I believe. And be a shame. Apparently they're getting rid of in that email, it looked like he was willing to get rid of all of his Eagle heads. Barry, you said the canes came that way straight from the lumber yard, huh? Isn't that what you said?
well, somebody said that, but
You're not sure.
I wasn't sure. The cane. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the canes come straight from the lumber yard, Nelson's Lumber.
But we didn't know who actually cut out the blanks on these.
Right, right.
But apparently a few years ago, Dad knew, because in his video, he specifies how they have to do it. And at the time I thought, wood covers aren't going to want to know about that part. They get the blank already. But now I'm kind of glad he said it in case somebody wants to cut out these blanks, because they're not that straightforward, and there was a trick where you have to leave a little bit of wood so that you have a flat enough surface to be able to do this intricate stuff. And I'm glad he said that in case anybody decides they want to do up some more blanks. Rounding is my in this project I intend to make improvements in my rounding skills, because I always feel like I'm not round enough with everything we do in the round. I think that's why I tend to like the relief carving, because you don't have to worry about this as much. Working on the hand. Don't forget to tilt your cameras if you're working, guys, so that we have video of what you're actually doing instead of just your focused face. Although your focused face is nice.
Tilt yours.
What do you think, Barry? Should I share this with the Clarkston group who's also doing this? Should I share these videos so they can learn from us? Since
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they'd want to watch 2 hours of Us
Well,
covered, but
they have the first two videos.
and those were good.
Yeah.
In between.
I guess when we get to the eye part, if I haven't found his, I don't think he did an instructional video on that one. But if when we get to the eye part, we might want to send him a snippet of whatever we end up doing that works. Because that's the next challenge after we get this roughed in, I think. And I'm missing those videos. I can't believe that.
Barry, how do you keep track of your widths all the way around with like a caliper or something, or what do they call that tool?
Of my widths, I don't have a
mean-
caliper. I wish I did, but
Oh, I
I
have
go,
one, but I don't use
I-
it.
well, I keep my center line on and put it back on when it disappears. And then from there, I measure over, um, um, how I started out, what the distance was to be equidistant, and then I'll go 1/8 of an inch, and then if I was going more, I'd go another 1/8 of an inch type thing.
Oh, just a little at a time then?
Yeah.
Okay. Your eagle head looks kind of skinny there. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to
Mine?
be skinny. Yeah. Oh, no, I guess it is pretty round there. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Rather you say something, just in case. Getting too skinny. So I went to my 1/4 inch line and then now I'm taking the 1/4 inch to the other midline I drew. I think that's the way I'm supposed to do it. Corner off. Now I need to come to this line, right? My corner. And I imagine it's a little bit like when you do birds. At one point, we'll stop and hold it between our palms and make sure it's kind of even on both sides.
Right. You remember that trick, Fred?
No.
You kind of hold it on your sides and put your thumb in there, and and then try and make sure on the middle, and trying to make sure that it looks
Even on
You
both
know.
sides.
symmetrical.
Okay.
Yep. Ziggy, set timer. Not because we're running out of time. Ziggy, 10 minutes. That's when I want to stop and rehome. I'm not good at realizing when my blade's gone dull. Somebody said you should do it every 20 minutes, which can't hurt, you know?
Yeah.
Did you guys get anywhere on where to get the eyes at all or anything?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look that up right now because I forgot. And I said, I think Barry found some places. Didn't you,
Yeah.
Barry? But they were also expensive, weren't they?
They were the places I had were a few dollars each pair.
And
Like
I don't remember we decided on the size. Was it 12 millimeter,
Thought you said 11 or
10.
something.
10 millimeter?
Yes.
I couldn't remember if it's 10 or 12.
No, it's 10.
Because I want to go back now that we know the millimeter. I want to go back to Amazon and see what we can dig up.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's Prime Day.
All
I forgot. Yep.
Grab them before they go off sale.
right, let's take a look. Amazon isn't here, so I gotta look it up. Amazon. And we want 10 millimeter. Equal. Oh. All right, so I've got eyes, eagle glass eyes on a wire pin, 10 millimeter.
What does that wire mean? I know that the places I found said not on wire.
That, yeah, this is for dolls and taxidermy. I don't
Oh.
know. Do we need that? I can't remember if the eyes had a little post like that or not.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
they did, but
Oh,
you
you
ended up.
do?
I think, well, the ones that I
You push it
remember,
you push it into that hole they drilled, right? Does,
I think we ended
let
up
me,
just cutting it off.
oh, really? Maybe because
From
they're
what I remember, it's been
so
a long.
cheap.
Or remember, after you gouge it out and you do it in such a fashion that the eyes are angled, not to the side, but towards the front.
Front, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that was what Tom Miller said. I made a mistake.
Yeah, like 45-degree angle or so underneath the brow. Your dad kept telling me that if you look down from the top, you shouldn't see the eyes underneath the brow.
Wow. Okay, so I'm not sure if these are, you cut them off. Let me share this so you can, Fred can tell us.
Do you have eyes, Fred?
That sounded kind of funny.
In
All
my
right, so
head,
this is what he doesn't
Oh.
have any. I didn't send any, and I
No.
know I had some, but good Lord, do you know
All
how
right.
much stuff is here? So here's what I found, and I think that looks like an eagle eye. Does it, guys? With the circle, it
Yeah.
says eagle glass eyes on wire pin. 439 seems a little high if it's only one. Let's see how much they're offering.
Well, let me show you the eyes that we have. And I'm sorry I didn't send you any, Fred. I'll put a
And
couple.
this is just for one. It
Is
looks
it?
like, yeah. No, set of two bird inspired handmade glass.
I don't know if you can see that eye. That's the back of it.
Let me stop sharing and then he'll be able to see it. Try again.
They are slippery. Get the camera right.
Okay, yours doesn't have a post.
No,
Okay.
that's the back of it. And of course the front.
Yeah.
And I have,
Do the front again because Fred was big and I didn't see it.
What are you barking about?
here's the front.
Speak again, Barry.
There's the front.
a
the big
video.
with the big pupil.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
does look like that. And I
So
should know because there's samples right here somewhere.
so all the blanks that I had before you brought that bin over to me,
Mm-hmm.
um, um, I got eyes from Denny. So see, I have quite a few of them.
Oh, and how much did that cost you?
The eyes came with the blank. They
Really?
stopped charging. Yeah. They used to charge, um, well, they used to charge $10 for the blank, and that included the eyes. And then all of a sudden, about a year ago, they stopped charging for the blanks and the eyes. And
No, that's not true. If you were donating, it was free
yes,
all
right.
along.
You have to
But
donate, right?
oh,
You have to
okay.
tell them you're donating, right?
Then the blank was free,
Right. Otherwise,
but the eyes
it's
were not.
they were $10 for the blank and the eyes together. Five for the
This,
blank and five for the eyes.
so Dad always said it was $5 for the blank if you
Right,
chose to buy an extra one. If you
right,
were just donating, it was free.
right. Plus $5 for the eyes.
Ah, so there. That must have been, so he must have got them from them. Guess I don't know. Although I wonder if a hobby shop would have them.
They
But
may
the
very
price
well,
is,
yeah.
it is, it's $5 for one set of eyes. It looks like even on the Amazon one, I thought we could get, they usually have in bulk. I mean, I didn't check everything, so let me just see, because those are very nice, and then we know they're they look like the right thing, but that's $4.89. Oh no, they want to charge, that's not Prime. They want to charge another $5. That'd be $10 because they want to charge another $5 for shipping. Again, these sets none of them look like eagle eyes. They're all they look like marbles or beads. Okay. And those don't look quite as nice, do they? Compare that to these.
Right.
They're pretty yellow. They're $3.89 plus delivery. Sparrowhawk. Oh, they must be. Okay, so Amazon is not the place. Let me just Google it.
So I'll mail some to you, Fred. What's your address?
6205 51st Street Northwest in Rochester, Minnesota. 55901.
Hold on. Walmart's got them for $3.89 per pair.
Would you say the color of the eye would be amber?
Yeah, look at these are kind of a greenish,
Well,
grayish.
these are yellow. Um,
Yeah, they're pretty yellow, aren't they?
yep. And these are the ones they were using.
These are pretty
Well,
yellow.
I looked at Statlander wood carving
Ziggy, stop.
where we get the pattern for the wolves and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they have 10mm amber pair of glass eyes for $2
Wow.
for a pair.
Oh, that's pretty orange looking, isn't it? But I don't suppose
Kind
it
of
matters.
yellow though, so I don't know if that's too orangish or not.
That's a good price, but what's that? What are they going to charge you for shipping? Because then it goes up, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at Walmart because they might not charge shipping if I order a bunch of stuff. Of course, I'd have to send it to you, so I don't think you'd want my soap and everything. Never mind. I can't think straight. You guys decide the
Do
best
you
way.
need eyes right now, Michelle?
I don't I don't need them right now because it's going to be a minute before I get to that
Well,
part.
do you have a pair that went with that,
No, I did find a bag of eyes,
right?
but that was like the first day after Dad died, and I don't know where they are. And if
Okay.
they weren't in that box of eagle heads, which I don't think they were, I think I checked it before I gave it to you. Then it's going to take me time to go through. I have still about 35 bins to go through. I've made some progress, but there's still a lot of totes. Totes and boxes. And I should be doing that instead of carving, I suppose, but nah, nah, you got to stop and carve it. It's all right.
Yeah.
Relax a minute. All right, I'm getting a pretty good rounded edge here. Oh, this one's for real. Ziggy, set timer. 8 minutes. So I guess I better just rehome here so my life is nicer. Okay. Oh, we might have to do a sharpening session, guys. I'm looking a little bumpy on the end there. Go back to the sharpening lessons.
Yeah.
So I was just splitting there. I decided to stop and come back this way because that could take off too much more than I want to take off. First. Now I have tried using my Dremel
Mm-hmm.
and I think the gouge is faster personally.
Okay.
But the people who use power tools, they use like serious high powered boredoms, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess and they can do these in like an hour. We have a video of that too. I don't know how you're
Well,
supposed
there's
to do
one
that.
gentleman, I don't remember his name, but I met him 2 years ago at the Metro show, and he had done by that time 200 of them
Mhm.
and power carving, and he could produce 1.5 hour.
Wow, half hour.
Yep.
Well, I like the hand curve.
I do too.
I like power curving, don't get me wrong, but um for different things. I like it for sanding. I like it for putting. Now that's an idea for the handle, because with your Dremel, you can make like little disc size divots
Hmm.
in there and you put beads. That might be nice. I
Well,
did that with some jewelry.
I'm a hand carving snob. I prefer hand carving, and I think that's real carving.
I heard that. Oh, it's more relaxing. I mean, I guess it
Yeah,
depends on whether you're wanting the process or you're wanting the
right,
job done, you know,
right.
and if you're
I pre
producing 100, but to be fair, with so many veterans still waiting to get their canes and,
Yep.
you know, could die, that was probably a good idea to mass produce them. I wish you could mass produce the shape of it and then take your time with the details and the Okay, so the underside here is not being as kind to me, I see. And that hurts, so it's time to put the other glove.
Fred, do you have more than one blank?
I have two.
I send them to just in case.
All right, then I'll send you 4 eyes.
Thank you.
Mm-mm. Not doing that.
I guess you guys get our weather, but boy, we're having a nice day today, probably about 73 and a nice breeze.
It's been
Yeah.
pretty cool here today compared to
So
what
maybe
it's
that's
been.
coming your way. Or
We've had a lot of rain. We've had flooding and
you're not going to have to take a snorkel to Iowa, are you, Barry? I hear there's a lot of flooding there.
Yeah, my daughter didn't tell me to, but maybe I should. They sure do get the weather down there. If it's not one thing, it's another.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
in a bad spot for weather. All right, that's our tune, guys. Ziggy, stop. Ziggy, stop. Ziggy, stop.
Stubborn.
Drop it, boy.
Amazon hasn't delivered those hearing aid batteries yet.
All right. Let's see. So, yeah, how about 5 minutes to your hour?
Okay.
It's a 15-minute break. And I can eat something because I got right hungry. See you then.
Okay.
Okay.